Hello and welcome to Film Company in South. Today we're going to be talking about Nerkonda Paarvai, directed by H. Vinoth and starring Ajith Kumar. When I reviewed H. Vinoth's earlier film, Dhiran Adhigaram Mundru, I said that the character of Dhiran, played by Karthi, was a realistic cop. That is as realistic a cop that you can expect from a big budget Tamil film starring a big hero. You could say the same about the protagonist of this film too. Bharat Subramaniam is his name, Ajith Kumar is playing the character. He's a realistic lawyer, at least to the extent that a character in a big budget Tamil movie starring a much bigger hero can hope to be. There's no fanfare when the star's name appears in the opening credits. Even his opening reveal is very subdued. Still, he's not ordinary. Sitting on a park bench, he kind of stares hard at a jogger, Meera, played by Shraddha Srinath, and this is the Nerkonda Paarvai, the stare of the title. Later, he repeats the same stare at a hospital attendant, and this man, he backs away slowly as if in fear. Basically, the stare is Ajith saying, "This may not be Veeram or Viswasam, but I'm still mass, and don't you forget it." The film is a fairly faithful remake of Pink, and if you've seen Pink, you know the central conceit. Friendliness is not an invitation to sex. If a woman makes an adult joke or drinks a beer, it doesn't mean that she's making herself available. In short, no means no. This story is told through Meera and her two friends and roommates. Their names are Andrea, played by Andrea Tariang, and Famita, played by Abhirami Venkatachalam. These girls innocently go out with a bunch of boys, they end up molested, and they end up in court. Bharat, who's bipolar, takes up their case. Coming on the heels of our day, Nerkonda Paarvai is a reminder that the women out there in the real world are not always like the cutesy, virginal, or even likable heroines of our Tamil cinema. Meera, Famita, and Andrea are just middle-class women who cling together for support in the big, bad city. Literally so. For several shots show these women leaning against each other, hugging against each other, whereas the boys are always shown at a distance. These women protect and nourish each other, becoming the family they have left behind in order to pursue a career in the big city. But behind this big city boldness, we sense the fears that surround them, the fears that surround all women. Vinoth's biggest accomplishment here is the general air of restraint. When I saw the trailer with that big fight scene, I thought he'd amplify the volume and massify Pink. But he doesn't do that. He largely honors the source material. A huge shout out to Ajith too for not insisting that the screenplay be tailored a certain way to suit his star image. When Meera is abducted by the boys, it's a perfect opening for an action scene, but something else lies in store. Unlike the usual hero movie that veers towards vigilante justice, Nerkonda Paarvai has cops, lawyers, judges. In fact, Bharat says at one point, only the court will decide what's right or wrong, and these aren't empty words. The only time he fights back is when he himself is attacked. Otherwise, he doesn't even threaten the villains outside of court. The court is his only battleground. The way this film is structured is quite new for Tamil cinema, and the only time it falters is when it relies on the old traditional Tamil cinema beats like action and romance. These bits add to the sense that the film's pacing is a bit off, even though not a single scene is out of place or unwanted. I admit that my having watched Pink might also have added to this sense of deja vu. In a sense, Nerkonda Paarvai is a solid companion piece to Viswasam. Once again, Ajith redeems himself by saving a woman after failing to protect another woman, and this vulnerability is wonderful to watch in a big megastar. As Bharat, Ajith gives one of his most subdued, most dignified performances, and this subdued nature, this dignified quality we also find in the courtroom scenes. Bharat doesn't raise his voice, he snarls under his breath, and his verbal punches land lightly but with impact. The women too are top notch, as are many of the supporting characters. They are used in very small parts but most effectively. The best thing about Nerkonda Paarvai is that, like Pink, it doesn't set out to valorize women. It doesn't say women are special. It just says treat women the same way you would treat men. So that's it for Nerkonda Paarvai. The full review is up on the Film Companion website. If you like this video, do subscribe to Film Companion South, and see you soon at the movies.